dropping weights. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stopping great. These deuces out sock pupping and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silent shit talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch, you wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, he more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle
Yeah.
Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am, my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am, my brother's keeper.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Martu, aka Uncle Deuce. This is Empathic 1111 Movement with your boy. I was going through my thoughts, and I realized something about this self-love journey that I think all of us either came to an epiphany about, or is coming to that epiphany, or haven't had that epiphany. Is that genuinely, authentically, no one really cares about you but you. And the reason why I say it like that is because everybody is on their individual journey. You can never get mad at anybody else's journey. Just because you reach the light at the end of the tunnel doesn't mean everybody else has reached the light at the end of the tunnel. Not everyone is in control of their own mind. Is not everyone can say that no one controls them but themselves. Like for me, I know I can't be controlled. People be trying to control me and it just don't work. And when they find out that trying to control me doesn't work, what happens is they run. They run. People don't stay with people they can't control. If you're in a beautiful, loving relationship now, that means that relationship is in harmony with each other. No matter what. You could say what you want when it comes to your counterpart and say, oh, I love him because of this, that, and the other. No, you love your counterpart because you love yourself. And you will not go outside the guidelines of your self-love, because self-love even means if you know for sure you cannot go any further with this mate. And if you can, it is by choice. It's not something you could be forced into. Relationships, you cannot force yourself into a relationship. No, you can't. You can't force yourself into a relationship. Everything is done by choice. Just like it's your choice if you want to fuck or not. It's a choice. Because 9 times out of 10, we all think that having sex with someone consecutively for so many months means that there's a relationship of some sort. And when you nut, that makes the connection. And I'm not talking about nutting with the fact that you got a condom on. I'm talking about raw. If you fucking raw, that means you making an actual commitment to connect with someone in the cosmos, in the sexual energy of I am creating a relationship. Why did I say I am? Is because you're dealing with the root chakra. And then the root chakra starts the creative force of who you really are. Otherwise, you wouldn't have children that look like you. Everything's done by choice. When you want to create, that means you want to have sex. Because what is sex? Creation. Creation of another you. Creation of a higher love. Or creation of a higher connection. Everything is a choice. The people you choose to sleep with is part of your creation. You can't fault nobody for your creation. Why? Because you created it. You created every situation in your life you created. Whether you created a problem or you created a solution. And if you come from the stars, as above, so below. Whatever started in the spiritual also happens in the physical. You created your own problem. You created your own happiness. Now you got to know the difference between happiness and a distortion, because you can also create your own distortion. Yeah, because it all starts in the mind. All starts in your mind. What you create as a reality. Whatever you think, that's what you become. That's why now I understand why people say, I'm going to be single forever. The more and more you keep speaking that, that's what you become. People don't understand the danger of their own words. And it's funny that when I sit down and I listen to people talk to me or speak to me or give me a lecture, or I might listen to people on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or whatever, day-to-day activities I might have. go through each day listening to the words of people and how they use them. And if you're not careful, if you're not careful, you're going to be manipulated. But if you're careful and you really pay attention and you listen and listen to the words, something tells you got to also start paying attention, because paying attention means you got to start listening to the body language of other people. It's a choice. It's a choice of what you want to create in your life. You can create a good life or you can create a bad life. That's why I always tell people, you don't believe what you say that you totally believe in, because you will watch your tongue. And that's one thing about me. I because I know in a great sense that I can be dangerous to other people. And when I say dangerous to other people, it's not that I'm trying to be dangerous. It's I can pick you apart through your words and your body language. And there's times when I might not say anything to you. I might just sit there and agree with you. Why? Because it's okay to agree to disagree. Sometimes I just listen to you baffle on, because you don't really want to hear me talk. You want to hear yourself talk, but you're not really paying attention to your own words. And if you are, that means you are a great manipulator. And if you're not careful, you'll run into someone that used to be a great manipulator and knows how to use words to get what they want. And when someone picks up, and especially like me, if I pick that up, I get quiet. I don't really react. I get quiet. Why? Because technically, I don't want you to know that I know that. Technically, I don't. Why? Because it's almost like holding arsenal. It's holding arsenal to make the next move in my life. When people say they know how to use reverse psychology to pick your brain, but you don't understand the value and the strength of words and understanding that words are nothing but spells. People have been trying to cast spells on you all your life. You not understanding that because you wasn't taught that words were spells. You wasn't even taught that the 26 letters of the alphabet ain't nothing but a curse that creates a spell. That's why I say you choose what comes into your life, because you don't realize what you're picking. And you don't even really realize that you're divine. Still walking around here acting like you're a human, when you're really divine. You come from the stars. You're star dust. You're made up of the same particles of the universe. And that is true. That is truth, and that is fact. The only thing you got to do is look it up. Science will tell you that. This self-love journey really makes sense now. It's like it's opened my eyes. Like between me and my job, between me and my radio show, between me being at home in a state of peace, it's helping me understand the lesson of self-love. Do you really love yourself? Do you love yourself for the choices that you have actually made in your life? Were there choices that you should have made and should not have made for you to where you could have been a little bit better off in your life because of your choices? When it comes to like relationships, whether it's a man and a woman, it is a choice to be in one another's life. It's a choice. But it's a choice to a better life. No one said you had to get married. It was a choice to get married. And all these laws, rules, and regulations talking about you have to have a license to get married. That's all rubbish anyway. It really is. I don't care if you try to prove that in the Bible. I don't care if you try to prove that in law. No, you don't need a license to get married. Why? Because if you understand spiritual law, every time you sleep with someone, you marry them because of the connection. You connect spiritually, sexually. There's a spiritual union going on during intimacy, sexual intimacy at that. And a lot of times, a person that is pure, when I say pure, hasn't had sex in a while, stay celibate, he or she, you know what I'm saying? They're picking. And if I'm correct, majority of people are very picky. But at the same time, they don't know what they want because they don't know who they are. Because you don't get with anyone that is not a match. Not everybody knows that they're divine. So, you know what I'm saying? They think what matches them is what matches them. But technically it's nothing but a match of their frequency. It is a match of their energy. That's why in a lot of relationships, men or women pick people that I want to say they can manipulate or control. Okay? Don't even really have to be knowledgeable of that's what they're doing. But it's easier to deal with someone that doesn't have to require any growth on your part. The biggest ones that do try to avoid growth in a relationship, and I'm just being honest, are women. Because they don't know how to just control their emotions, sit down and listen. Because they feel that they know everything because how special God created them. But they don't even know that part for real. Women don't understand the true creativity of how God created them to where they can bear spirits and bring them into full manifestation. They can't even understand or come to that concept, because if they knew how powerful they really are, and they knew well enough how special they are, they wouldn't treat the men the way they do. In the way God looks at women, God kind of looks at women like, yeah, they are the God that we see when we come through the canal. The birthing canal. Because you always talk about, before I knew you, before you came into the existence, I knew you. Didn't you know your child before that child came into existence? Yes, ladies, you did. Why? Because you spent 9 months with that child. You knew everything about that child before that child was born. When that child is born, the only God that they see is you. So when I say y'all don't truly understand who you are when it comes to a man, that's fact. Because you don't realize that you are God. The only difference is you don't understand that you're God because you don't have the Christos, or kept your Christos, your Christ consciousness. You don't know that because you didn't keep your Christ consciousness together. Women are the bearer of lights, bearer of spirits, bearers, bearers of the angelic realm. That's true. That's fact. Let me bring something to attention. It says in the good book that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. He that findeth a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtains favor from who? God. So when you choosing a mate, ladies, and that man finds within himself God, and then he's looking for his match, who is he looking for? God. He ain't looking for pussy. He looking for God. He looking for the God in you. It's been a spiritual thing. It's just we let religion tell us in a different way because of control. He obtains favor from who? God. He obtains favor from the woman. Why? Because technically the woman is the universe. Now, notice I said I didn't bring race into this. Notice that I didn't bring color into this. The woman is God. Why? Because she's more spiritual awakened, especially, and this is the proven fact. Women have more intimate dreams in the spirit, especially during pregnancy. Why? Because of the transfer of the spirit and soul into the womb from the spirit. From the spirit. The woman is the universe. And whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So once the man comes, finds his wife, he obtains favor from God. He is granted what? The universe. So a lot of times, if a man has not became what he has set out on his journey to be, he will most definitely get it through the woman, because the woman is God and God is the universe. And the woman is the direct link. Yeah. The only reason why a woman will not accept a man that is her equal, her match, is because of all the traumas that she went through before she met her match, the one she is supposed to be with. Why? Because there's a magnetic pull down through the years who you supposed to be with. That's fact. Why? Number one, you create your reality. Everything's written out in the universe for you to manifest everything you ever wanted in your heart's desire. And this is why it's so hard for relationships to come together, is because we are so dumbed down with false information. We don't want to do it right anymore. We want to do it our way. But we ain't noticed that our way is not the right way, because we have lost a lot of the knowledge that we've had at birth. And that's going to be another show, because, you know what I'm saying, that knowledge that we had from past lives, and not only just past life, the knowledge that we have received from the universe in those past lives of awakening to who we are. Like, I'm going to be honest. I did not know I'm a shaman. I did not know I'm a mystic. I did not know I have prophetic utterance. I did not know I had psychic abilities. I did not know that I was able to channel the spirit realm for real. No, not until I have gotten awakened to it. Now, there's certain things in life that brings these awakenings to you. And as you in this self-love journey, as you awaken to it, you awaken up to a whole new world. It looks like it's not new, But your thinking, your thoughts, the way you move each and every day starts to change. Why? Because it is universal law that you change and evolve and develop and learn. That is a must. It's universal. It's a universal law. Change is inevitable. Like I told you in the past show, God's imagination continues to evolve. It's constantly creating. And that's why you see, it seems like that you see these all of a sudden changes even in today's society. Everything's changing, everything's evolving, and it seems like it's moving quick. There are people waking up, there are people not waking up, there are people like, oh, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And there's people that don't want to change. They're afraid to change because change means you have to be responsible for this change. Nobody wants responsibility. People hate responsibility. You have to embrace that. I'm sorry. Self-love means you're responsible for self. No one has to take care of you. No one has to marry you. No one has to do anything for you. No one. No one has to do anything for you. No one. No one has to do anything for you but you. Why? Because you create your own reality. You. You're responsible for everything that goes on in your journey. You. No one has to do anything. Let me tell you something. Even the laws of the land and the laws by sea and the Constitution, those laws, if it's not universal, you don't have to, it doesn't apply to you if it's not universal. If it's not universal law for you, technically, it doesn't apply to you. It doesn't apply to you. I don't care how bad a person tries to say it's either your fault or, the reason why for the fault and this, that, and the other. If it's not universal, if it's not you, if and this goes for anything, if it does not line up with the spiritual universal law of creation, and you have a choice in your creation to put who and what in your life, what you have, what you need and what you don't need in your life, then it's not law. It's not law. It goes against what you came down here to do. You're in charge of your own blessed life. You have not because you ask not. Ask who? God. Going within. Loving yourself. Until you find the God-like match in a woman. A woman that knows exactly who she is. Not according to social status, not according to how they think down here on this planet, in this country. She knows exactly who she is because she knows that she is divine. Because you got to understand, if you read the Bible, Adam was divine. He was full of light. He was created from everything that was light. And if you ever read the book of Adam or the book of Adam and Eve, it goes into detail how God created Adam. How the universe created Adam. And how the universe created mankind. Why? Because that's how they created mankind millions of years prior to us. Prior to us. Notice I didn't say race, color, or creed. I know this is a lot for you to hear. But your self-love journey is your responsibility. You're supposed to remember where you come from. You were brought down here so that you could learn the lessons that you needed to learn so that you will be able to go beyond this planet. You will be able to go beyond the rules and regulations of what you think is law. It was meant for you to awaken on your journey and realize that you create your own reality so that you can live your own best life. Now, let me say this when it comes to the spirit realm. The spirit realm is real. Angels are real. Demons are real. Negative energy is real. Positive energy is real. Okay? And they all work hand in hand, right? Once you start your self-love journey, the angelic host start protecting you. Learn about your archangels. Learn about your spirit team. Learn about your ancestors. Your ancestors are real. Angels are real. Your guardian angels are real. And they talk to you through dreams and visions. But you can also channel them. There's nothing demonic about it. Because if you are of the light in your journey, your self-love journey, guess what happens? They protect you from anything that is dark. Now, understand one thing. Dark is only allowed in if it's to test you. And the angels love you, especially if you trying to do this journey of self-love, because you're learning how to love yourself, and you're learning how to have a good, healthy relationship with the spirit realm, with God, Jesus, Mother Mary, and the angels. That's why the Bible talks about that many in them times will say, we did, we preached in your name, we healed in your name, we spoke the gospel in your name. And he says, I never knew you. Get away from me, you workers of iniquity. Because they were doing it in the wrong energy. Why? Because they don't have a relationship with the spirit realm. It's going to be those that have a relationship with God in the spirit realm, to where the spirit realm knows you by name. And the name that you actually have, that's not really your name. That was a name given to you. And that's truth too. Love yourself and make your own choices. If something is not working out for yourself, for your higher good, it's time to start planning and to let it go. That's including jobs, that's including friends, that's including family members, that's including associates, clients. You know what I'm saying? And remember, 9 times out of 10, when I do these little shows, I'm not in front of no piece of paper. These are things that are going on within me, because I'm dealing with me. I'm dealing with my innermost thoughts, my inner being. I'm thinking about how I could be better. I'm thinking on how to have a solution for people, not be an enemy full of confusion. Because I've seen all the confusion in my own life and noticed that everything that has ever happened to me is a choice. And I had to make a choice. And when you have those epiphanies, it kind of breaks you down. I ain't gonna lie. Because your self-love journey gonna make you cry, and it's gonna make you happy. Okay? I would just be real. It's gonna break you down at first, you know what I'm saying? And you gonna go to apologizing to folks, and you know, you start not wanting to be around a whole lot of people anymore. And even the ones that you do want to be around, they don't want to be around you, because technically you different. It's like, oh, he don't, you know what I'm saying? When you stop chasing behind folks, it's a, and that don't necessarily mean a woman. When you stop chasing behind people, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a whole different ball game to look at now. Like, you know, there's people I would love to be around, or ladies I would love to have a relationship with, but it's like, okay, they might be a part of my path, But are they a part of the journey? You know what I'm saying? Are they a part of the journey? And maybe they are even asking the same questions. Are they a part of my path, or are they a part of my journey? Some of y'all are just walking a path and haven't even reached the door of your journey. And maybe it's because it's not time for you to reach that entryway to your journey. Because there's certain things that, you got to break down the traumas in your life. They got to open you up. And I mean open you up fully, because you cannot hold on to all that negative trauma all your life. You know why? That is the many causes of death early. That is the many causes of death early, because you didn't deal with the things that you had to deal with in your life and get them corrected, so that you can witness the path of your journey. You've been, and let me say this, you've been on your journey ever since you was born, but you got to awaken to it. Okay? You have awakened. So technically you've been on a path since your birth. Awakening to your journey, it brings a newness and a remembrance back to who you are. What you were birthed in this 3D construct to do. Your journey. When you awaken to your journey, you start to soar. You start seeing things differently. You start moving differently. You don't do much. You know what I'm saying? Trust me on this. This is how a lot of people are waking up right now. And trust me, there is a great awakening. So, got to put emphasis on certain things so that even your spirit and the soul can wake up. You hearing this is even activating your DNA. You know what I'm saying? And your DNA is like, yeah, that's right. And you will feel it more and more, the more and more you go on your journey. Your body tells you everything. Okay? Just remember that. I know that was a lot. But guess what? Marinate on it. I love y'all. Love and light. Let me tell you who I really am. Look at the process of the reject. Being rejected because he rejected progress. Progressing in elevation made him better. Elevating in light turned him into shredder. Illuminating brighter than darkness, he learned how to harness his light like a target. At one time he didn't think he had it. Processing the light with logic content. Rejecting darkness with words of light. Look at those arrows, can't penetrate light. Just like Goku going through evolution. Can't stand sitting in institutions speaking stupid. A son of a bright star burning bright. The more he speaks, the more he breaks flight. Can you feel the vibration of his frequency? He sounds so good, feel his energy. He been around for eons. Can't confuse him with them words called icon. As he's meditating, he's elevating. Watch the darkness get mad and start hating.
I see
words more vicious with a bite. Let him live in the eternal flame of his light. He's more than a scripture scripted in the light. A perfect imperfection, more satisfied. Solid in his words and more petrified. Living his attributes of his own love. Flying high and above, just like a dove. Deep secrets of wisdom flowing fluently. You can see the vibration of his frequency. Can you captivate the meaning of his mindset? Offset and name brands like Reader's Digest. Processing information like a processor. There is only one he can call a true successor. A true intellectual speaking logic. His third eye open, wanna make a bet? Put him in position like a gatekeeper. When he speaks, he sounds like a street sweeper. A true paradox and even allegory. Picture the light deep in a story.